All right, what's up, guys? We're up against Tainan City today in this evening match. If I remember right, this is like the Saturday evening match or something, or Friday evening. I can't remember. Anyway, we've won our only match here in the league. As you recall, the last draw that we had was that was the Asian Cup or the AFC Cup final match. We technically are in second place, but that's going to change pretty soon. We should be able to win this match, and after we're done with this one, we'll go on for another match. I think in like a couple days, if I remember the schedule right. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Shouldn't be too much of a problem though. Let's go out there and score some goals and make it happen. And we win it in the back. It's Ndaye there with over to with the ball over to Huang Guanda. Ndaye, of course, missed that AFC Cup final match, and it would have been nice to have him. But I'm not so convinced that we're gonna like end up ever getting to a final without having a bunch of players drop off because of too many yellow cards. So it's kind of the reality we have to accept. And I mean, a little woulda, shoulda, coulda, but I think it's all right. And we have not scored and done much of anything here, and we're about 22, 23, 24 minutes into this match. It's just been really quiet. Here we go. Here's a corner. Chen Yuchun with it. Remember, I did redo the corners, so we should have a little bit more success. And Hong Yiming just misses his header. Goes back to Chen Jianliang, and he's fouled there by Wang Chiming. And so we get a free kick here. It's going to be Chen Yuchun taking this, and he's going to try to bend this over to the players there. And it's Hong Yiming who has another opportunity at a header, and that's caught by their keeper. So nothing doing there. It's still 0-0. That was very, very close for Hong Yiming, who is, as I've said before, is going to be a great player there in the back. Hong Yiming is not probably quite ready to play at this level yet, but he's getting there. Wu Xiangjie, I've told you this before, is probably in line to be our next keeper. And Hu Chiyuan has given up a penalty, which is a problem. This is going to be an issue, and I'm surprised that wasn't a red card. He went in with, I thought he went in with 2 feet. And we are not behind as they missed the penalty, so it's still 0-0. Imagine that. Yeah, that's not a good sign for them. And you can see we got some players who are a little bit anxious and a little bit worried. And all right, we'll see what we can do. We just need to get a goal. Ten Yongfu, who's one of the young players we haven't played much, had it. It's passed over here for Ndaye, who should have scored, and that one ends up off the top crossbar as he exploded on it and just couldn't get it in. So I guess we're getting a little bit of the international, break effect or something like that. But I think that we're going to be okay here in the end. We may need to make a couple of changes here at halftime to try to get these guys woken up and to get something to happen. Because we're seeing a lot of nothing from some of these players, especially, unfortunately, Tian Yongfu. Some of the younger strikers that we have are not doing very much. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, Tian Yongfu not really having the best of times here on his debut. And so we'll put on Hong Guanda. We'll put on somebody who can score. And this is Chen Jianliang, who's not having a great game. So we'll put on Zhen Zhaoan, and we'll see if that helps a little bit. We'll go here to the second half and see Hu Yu is the next one that I'm looking to potentially take off. I mean, a lot of these players just have never played at this level before, which is part of the problem. Hu Chiyuan with this lumps it over looking for Huang Guanda, and that was really weird. I'm not sure why we didn't have a player up there trying to catch that in case their keeper missed it, and their keeper missed that one by a mile. Hu Yu's the next one to come off, and I think it's about time right now to take him off. About 55 minutes in this match, and there still has been nothing. So we'll put Nene on. I hope he's not too tired, but we'll see what happens. We're going to play him as well in the next match, and he better be ready to come on. Hu Chiyuan probably should come off as well. So we'll make another change here in a second. There's Nene with it over to Hu Chiyuan. Hu Chiyuan up forward to Nene. And, well, he tries to center that one, and he ends up centering it straight to their keeper. So that didn't work. And it looks like we're going to have to take Chen Yuting off as well. Let's do our normal round of changes here. Yeah, we'll put Ye Yue back on, and that's 4. I want to think, do we want to make one more? Probably Huang Guanda is going to come off for Tsai Shangwei. So we should have the ability to score something here now that we've got some of these better players on. And let's see what we can do. And yeah, I mean, there's not much of an attack there by Tainan. This is what you love seeing at a level like this. Chen Zhaohan over to Chen Yuehan, who lumps this one forward looking for Nene. Doesn't quite get to him, unfortunately. And if we keep that type of attack, we're not going to get very much. Chen Yuehan over to Nene, who's way offside. I mean, he shoots and scores, but the flag's got to be up, right? And there's no flag up at all, so no, I guess they're going to count that one, and that'll be Nene's goal, and it's 1-0 for Mars FC, but he looked way offside to me. So keep an eye on him right there at the bottom, and he's offside. There's no question about it. There's no question about that. I'm surprised there's not. Are we going to get a replay showing that he was offside or what? That was pretty blatant. Yeah, we're going to see it right here. And so here it is, and oh no, they're going to say that there was a guy far away on his right who was maybe an inch further back. I mean, it's ridiculous. The guy's not even part of the play. Anyway, so it's 1-0 for Mars FC, and that should be enough to finish this one out. It would be nice to score a couple more goals, though. We would prefer not to have a really close match. Hong Yiming over to Zhen Zhaoan. Back to Hong Yiming over to Zhen Yuehan. It's back to Zhen Zhaoan. This looks pretty promising, and unfortunately, Silla and Nene decided not to run forward, and it hits Chen Yuchun on the back of the head. Good job. He knocks that one forward, and no one's quite able to get to it. So 1-0 remains, and no 1-0 is probably going to be the final score here unless we can do something interesting. Here's Tsai Xiangwei, who was the late substitute, and ends over back with Zhen Zhaoan, but his shot from range off the on the fly, of course, went over everybody's head. He's probably not good enough to take that type of shot, and so this is going to be the end. Here's Ye Yue lumping it forward to Zhen Zhaoan. Zhen Zhaoan has this one, knocks it forward, looking for Hong Guangda, can't find him. It is Ndaye with a shot, and that is off the top crossbar again. He's had a couple of good opportunities here and hasn't scored either one. Zheng Yuchun over to, not quite sure who that was he was looking for. There's a long shot from range, and Wu Shengji is able to keep that one out. Another corner here, and we're able to keep it out as well, and that one's launched over everybody's head, and we just have a couple of seconds left. So Tainan did wind up with at least a sort of an attempt, and we keep lumping the ball forward. I'm not quite sure why we're doing that and why we don't calm it down a little bit. We have the lead. Let's work it up slowly. Here we go. Zhen Zhaoan now with it. Zhen Zhaoan up to Tsai Xiangwei. Tsai Xiangwei. And back to Zhen Zhaoan, who centers over to Zhen Yuehan, and that is knocked out for another corner. And we should be able to get this one off right before time expires. And we're going to look far corner. It's pretty obvious. And we'll see this highlight of nothing. I'm not sure why they're showing this. This wasn't much of a clear-cut chance when you consider how many defenders they had back. So we get the corner here in a second, and I don't think it's going to be the end of the match quite yet. Far post, and that's up and over everybody's head, and that's going to be the end of the match. That is the final whistle. We've won this one 1-0. Kind of a drab match. 1.3 TRXG. They had 2 shots on target, including a penalty that was missed. We dominated the possession, but we just couldn't get anything to go forward and into the goal. Good learning experience for some of these younger players, and we'll have more for you tomorrow. Talk to you then. Bye.